and it's like, it almost becomes this like it's like a vortex in a way. Like
You
you
want to give that one another shot? Want to give that prompt
Yep,
another
yep,
shot?
yep, yeah. I'm gonna yep.
I have here cut. We
Yep.
could just we could give that one another shot.
Yeah, that came
Welcome
out
to
that.
Out the Trunk with Jordan and Darius. My name is Darius. That's D's all of me area on all socials.
And I'm Jordan. That's Jordan be writing on all socials.
This is our segment title, What's on Our Mind, where we let you guys know what's on our mind. Still taking suggestions for a new title. At this point, one day we're actually just gonna pick one. I did want to start recently, or just like before I got on here, I was scrolling Twitter, and apparently they have greenlit and casted for a Snoop biopic. And I would just like to announce today that I will vote for whatever politician puts a ban on these things. Until like, we don't need any more of these glorified sing-along music video biopics that don't get into anything and are I just why are we still doing these? I don't well, they make money, but that's how do
Right.
you feel about a Snoop
Yeah, I
biopic?
don't. Yeah, see, I'm cool with biopics if it's depending on who it's about. I don't necessarily need to see a Snoop one. That's just not. I don't know. That's just not a journey I'm really interested in seeing play out on the screen, quite frankly. He's a legend, I love Snoop, but I don't need to see, you know, somebody play him and Martha Stewart cooking. I'm cool with that.
I'm cool if we just don't
Um,
do these. Let's go on a 10-year pause.
I hear you. I mean, I think some people should deserve biopics being made about them. It just, they have to be a certain certain echelon.
I think they're only worth it if they're going to be good. Well, no shit. I think they're only worth it if they're going to be
Yeah,
honest and
that's
get
fair. That's valid.
into.
Yeah.
But if it's just going to be like that Michael
Yeah.
Jackson one, that was just a music video. Like it wasn't like it was karaoke. You
Yeah,
just got to watch his nephew play karaoke, and that's
for sure.
fine. But like, why do we need that? I don't.
Yeah,
I
I
got the
think
albums already. If you're not going to tell me what happened in
right.
his life,
Yeah,
I.
I feel you. Yeah. And then there was like time jumps and they had to cut a lot of shit out for people didn't want to be in the movie or what and shit like that. So that's also part of why the movie was so watered down. But yeah, I think like it makes you think of like, okay, two of my favorite biopics are Ray and Ali. Like those to me are well, obviously, what's love got to do with it? But those two in particular are my favorites that I watched growing up. Because they told everything, they talked about, Ali's affairs and the feds following him and wiring his shit and his relationship with Malcolm and that falling apart and his regret after, Malcolm got killed and everything like that. So I think when done right, when they're honest, like the Ray biopic, they showed rehab, they showed him in going through
Shaken.
withdrawals and all
That's a
that.
meme.
Yeah, man, a legendary meme. Yeah, they showed him, being a terrible husband. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that I feel like because we want to respect our legends, especially when they die, we don't when we tell the story, we leave a lot of the colors out of it.
Yeah.
But that's what makes the story interesting. That's what makes the rise and fall uh so operatic.
Yeah, I mean, oftentimes the subjects don't know what's actually interesting about them. That's why,
Right.
like those player tribunes always are they suck because you don't, most people don't know what's actually interesting about them. That's why you want a journalist to do it. And I actually don't
Right.
want to respect our legends. I don't know these people. Tell me what happened. Like respect these people for what? I've never met any of them.
Respect them for what? It's crazy.
I don't know. Like these are they ain't my grandpa. I don't know.
That's true. They ain't my granddaddy.
Yeah, at the very least, can we no biopics if they're still with us? Snoop Dogg is like
Yeah,
55 years old.
that's right. That's my thing. I think
He's
they
not
got to
even
be
old
dead.
enough for the treatment, you know?
Yeah, they got to be dead,
It's
and they
like
got to
the
be dead at least 10 years before we make them.
no biopics for musicians still with us and no
Yeah.
documentaries for athletes still currently playing. Like, why does Steph Curry get a documentary? He's still playing.
Right. Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
just,
I agree.
like, at least retire before we do the documentary
Correct.
angle.
Yeah, we need to see the whole story for you to tell the whole story.
I
Um,
I'm at the point now where if the subject is involved with the production in any way, shape, or form, I'm not watching it. I just know it's not gonna be real. It's some bullshit.
yeah, it's gonna be a highlight reel.
Well, let me put it this way: if the subject is involved editorially, if they participate, that's different. But if they have
Correct.
any say over the actual like
Yes.
final product, I'm not watching it.
Correct.
Like
Yeah.
eventually, like I didn't watch the Steph Curry one. Um, I just if I find out that the subject who the documentary is on has any
Yeah.
control over the content, I'm out. Not
I feel
watching
you.
it.
It's
Like
interesting you bring that up. Yeah, it's interesting you bring that up because I was watching a clip maybe like last week about on the Button Pod, and they were talking about Scottie Pippen dating his new girlfriend who's like the same age as Bill Belichick's girlfriend. They got to stop that. That's a whole other story for another day. And they're talking about how like he's been they feel like he's been kind of like crashing out since basically since the Last Dance came out, you know? And it's
yeah.
like, but I kind of get it because you thought you was cool with Mike, and he aired you the fuck out in his documentary that he had final control over, and put that shit in there that for a season that he wasn't even playing. You know what I mean? Like so, uh, that speaks to what can happen when you have the subject having creative control
Yeah.
over the storytelling.
The only reason The Last Dance worked is because Michael Jordan is such a sociopath. He doesn't know that he sounds terrible when he's
Yes,
saying
yeah,
these
he
things.
doesn't know. He
But
doesn't
if he
know.
was aware enough, he would have cut a lot of that stuff. But he's just so sociopathic that he didn't know that he came off poorly in spots. But like,
Correct.
that's why eventually LeBron's gonna do a documentary, and if he has control over it, I'm out.
Right.
Like he's just it's gonna be so boring. He's not gonna say anything interesting. He hasn't said anything interesting in 15 years. Like, so why would he say anything interesting in this documentary? Uh,
Yeah.
like it's just so.
I think,
What are you gonna say?
you know, I think once he's retired and he's like relaxing, he's not under the pressure of being what he's supposed to be and who he is. I think his documentary actually will be really good because I think he's gonna have. I mean, the highlight's gonna be fucking crazy, of course. The story's gonna be great, but I think he's far more self aware than most great athletes are, which is why I think the media picks at him the way they do, quite frankly. So I think that we have a good shot of him being honest about certain things in his doc.
I just if I like if he handed it to Brian Windhorst or Dave
Yeah,
McMenamin and said, "Here's all of my tapes, here's
right.
all of my stuff. Call me when you want to interview me. It's all yours." And then a year later we get it. I'll watch
Yeah,
that. But if I
I
find
feel you.
out that Clutch Productions is in control, I'm out. I
Plus
don't want to watch
Productions.
that. Like I just don't. I have no interest in that whatsoever. But
I
yeah, if
feel
he
you.
hands it
I feel
over to
you. I hear
Windhorst
you.
and he says, "Call me when you want to interview. Here's this. Here's that. Here's my mom's phone number. Here's that rapper she was dating's phone number, and here's
Right,
da da da
right.
da da, and here's Yes Jules's DMs." And like, I will watch that. I'm not watching.
Yo, did you see what she tweeted the other day?
It was
That picture
something
she posted?
regarding Miami.
No, no,
Um,
it was. Oh, I didn't see that one. There was one where she posted the famous picture. She posted with the famous caption, "The fruits of my labor," laughing through it all.
oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
And somebody was like, "Yo, Savannah might shoot her."
I think they said that was a warrior psyop to get her to get Savannah to scratch the Miami
The
trip.
Miami.
But all right, man. So I saw there was a tweet. I can't find it. The link is dead, but it was like
Yeah,
the fall will come. It was like December 18th. You can watch Dune 3, you can watch
yeah,
Doomsday, and you can go home and play GTA 6. And then on top of that, watch football Saturday and Sunday. It's that's gonna be a good month, you know?
yeah. It really is. It's literally Christmas coming early, like dead ass. Uh,
It's so did you check out the trailer?
oh fuck yeah, I'm super excited. That shit looked lit as fuck. Some people felt lukewarm about it. I was very excited. I was like, oh shit. That trailer had me on edge. Seeing the Wakandans link up with Fantastic Four, seeing Namor back in it. I thought he was a great villain. Seeing Shang-Chi fight Gambit. I don't know what they'd be scrapping about, but I'm here for it.
I thought they
Um,
scrapped that whole Shang-Chi thing. I mean, I haven't seen
I did,
anything
I
yet.
did too. I did too. And I thought that was a really good movie. I actually liked that a lot. It's a shame it came out during the pandemic. I think it would have been way bigger. Um, Bringing back Steve, which they already showed he was coming back because there was a clip, there was like a teaser trailer that came out maybe like a month or two ago. Um, it looks like we're gonna get our ass whipped though, because Doom looks like he looks like Thanos 2.0, bro. Like we might be cooked. I was talking to my friends on Facebook and I was like, yeah, we might need to call I was like, yeah, Namor may have to save us all. I don't know who, like they might need to call the Justice League, the Super Friends.
Someone said that I watched the trailer. I'm not gonna piss in anyone's cornflakes, so I'm just let people have it, be excited about it.
Yeah.
But there was a shot where they're all in a room And someone was like, you can
Yeah.
clearly tell looking at this, like at least five people have
They,
edited it out.
yeah.
So I imagine that they have just it's going to be even bigger.
Yeah.
But yeah, it I'm not an MCU guy, but I could definitely
Mm.
see why people are excited about this one
Yeah.
because none of the new characters have stuck, so they just, bring we're gonna
They
play
kind
these
of had to.
hits.
They really
Yeah.
had to. Yeah.
And what they, Kang was supposed to be the plan, and then Jonathan Majors
Yeah.
fucked that up.
Yep.
And so people were like, you can't go straight to Doctor Doom. You built up Thanos over 20 movies. And it's like, I get that, but like, one, I just don't think people have the attention span for 20 movie buildups anymore. Like
No, we don't.
2010 was a long time ago.
Yeah,
And
bro.
two, like they need a win. And so they're just
They do.
they
And
need a win.
agreed. And plus, Thanos was really only in like three movies. Like people forget that. Like he was
Yeah.
spoken about. Like it's almost like Voldemort and Harry Potter, where he's spoken about in all the movies. But like in the first movie, he's in it for like 5 minutes. Second movie, he's not in it. Well, his Horcrux is in it. You know what I mean? Like he's a spectral thing, but he's not in a lot of the movies. You know what I'm saying? Same thing with Thanos. So I think it's people are using some revisionist history here. He was really only in Infinity War and Endgame. If people like really reflect on shit, you know what I'm
And
saying? So
and also it was built up over 20 movies, but the movies weren't about the build up. Like the movies were
correct.
like you didn't even know what they were doing until you got to
Right.
that
We didn't
place.
know. I didn't. We didn't really know until the Avengers came out. At least as far as on my end, I didn't. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I know they're bringing back the X-Men too.
They
So I'm
reheating
excited.
some nachos. They reheating some nachos.
I'm dog. I'm excited, bro. I'm excited, man. I love the X-Men. I'm here
There was
for
a scene
it.
where Captain America is staring at Thor, and
Yeah.
it was some reheated nachos. But you know
Yeah, for
what?
sure.
What can you do?
Um,
Nothing else has worked. No one's
right.
gravitating to the new Captain America.
Correct. And
Shang-Chi disappeared. Like,
he
you just got to play
disappeared.
the hits.
Yeah, that's my thing. It's like, yeah, like Captain America, or as we Black Twitter calls him, Nigga Bird.
Yeah.
He didn't take the serum, so I'm like, what, what are you doing? And I liked his movie actually. His show was cool. It was one of the best of the Marvel shows to me. Um, but yeah, man, I think, and also it's been like almost 10 years now since Endgame. So like it's kind of been enough time to be
Yeah.
honest. And someone made a great point. They were like, it's the Marvel, bro. Unless you're Uncle Ben, you coming back.
Yeah, yeah,
So
that's true. Like if you are familiar with comic books, like Superman has been killed 10 times over.
right.
And so you do have to suspend belief. And the only thing for me and is just granted it's a trailer, so a lot of stuff isn't
Right.
done. So
Correct.
actually I don't really like it was a little CGI wonky, but they're not done yet. So we'll
Yeah,
see.
they probably haven't even finished the movie. So also people were talking about like Chris Evans' appearance in the movie because he has like long hair and shit. And I think
Yeah.
they're like, oh, he looks different. He touched his face. I'm like, I think he just aged, guys.
Yeah.
But also I think that might be the Hydra Captain America. I don't think that's actually Steve Rogers. Uh,
That's the other thing, man. He's been it's been like 20 years, right? Like 15.
yeah, yeah.
The people age, and I think a lot of millennials like 30 wear, 40 wear struggle with aging, especially when it comes to the celebrities because it's like a
Yeah,
reflection. It's like a mirror. And
right.
you know, yeah, people age and it's okay. And that's
Yeah,
totally fine.
yeah.
Not a Dune guy. I tried to. I popped into Dune 2 as a movie without having seen Dune 1 and just left. Waste
I
waste
watched
of
Dune 1 and I was like, what's happening? I got to go
yeah.
back and watch them.
Not for me. GTA 6 will be though. Man.
Yeah, for
So
sure. Definitely copping that. Um,
I was putting my stake in the ground today though. I do not believe they're coming out on the same day. I
that's
do.
happening. That's it. They've had it slated for like 2 years. That's happening.
How are they going? There's a finite number of IMAX theaters. So how are
Yeah,
they? Who's
I don't know how they're gonna do that. I have no idea.
Christopher
But
Nolan?
it's happening.
To part of his deal with Odyssey was there's a total blackout on IMAX. You cannot watch anything in any IMAX for the next month. Why would
Yeah,
Marvel do that for Doomsday? I just don't understand. They
I
have more resources than Christopher Nolan. It's just
true.
weird that neither of these parties would black it out.
I think it's a they're it's basically a Barbenheimer situation, like two competing things that actually help each other, raise their profiles, you
But
know.
there's one IMAX theater within, I don't even know, around here.
Yeah,
And so Doomsday is going to get that. And so why would Dune pass up all that money? Because that's like extra $10 a ticket.
true.
And
Yeah,
it's
I
just,
don't
I
know.
don't understand it.
I don't know.
I'm warming up, but I'm still holding out hope, or not hope. I
Because
don't
I'm about to
care.
say it's
But
4 months away. I mean, they'd have to really do something drastic. And also,
staking my flag, somebody blinks. I think somebody
I hear
blinks.
you, but then you're betraying the fans, you're losing the fans' trust, and you look like a bitch.
Yeah, but I mean, who's gonna be like, "Oh, I ain't going to go see it now"? I mean, you could. One way you could get around that is moving it up, put it out in November. People are
Yeah,
gonna be happy to get it sooner, but I don't know how
true.
that works as far as their editing. But
Right.
we want to move on to voice memos.
Yeah. Did you hear about that?
I have no
That
idea.
phenomenon or thing that happened. So this guy and this girl, they matched on Hinge.
Okay.
They went on a date, and then she like asked him to come over, see if he wanted to come over and hang out. And he's like, he sent her a voice memo and he basically was like, "Hey, I find you attractive, and I appreciate the invite, but like, he basically was just like, I would like a physical relationship with you, and if that's not on the table, then there's really no need to go on a second date." Or there's no need for me to come over to your house, basically. And of course, she screen recorded it and then posted it on TikTok, and it's like blowing up everywhere. And people are acting like he gave her an ultimatum, and people are trying to use like certain language for
Okay.
what he was. You know what I
What
mean?
gave him the impression nothing physical? Like, I don't. How would he get there? Like, if you go on a date and she
Yeah.
texts you, "Do you want to come over?" I don't. How does he know that nothing physical is going to happen? Where's he getting that impression?
No, I think he was just asking like,
Oh,
or
is we gonna fuck?
yes, basically, yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah. He basically was just like, so before I come over, like, what is the expectation, essentially? Or here's what I would like to happen, and what is your expectation? And if that's not aligned, then maybe we should like call it.
It's inelegant, certainly.
Right. Yes, of course. It's definitely in
Um,
poor taste.
um, and if it were, my sister or niece or friend, female friend who told me that happened, I'm like, that guy's not the guy. But I don't know if he did
Right.
anything. Certainly nothing creepy. He's just, you know,
Right.
distastefully straightforward.
Yes. Yes.
And
Yeah.
also on a first date, what's wrong with just showing up and watching a movie? Like, I don't really
Oh no,
like.
they already had the first date. They had the first date, and then
Okay,
like I don't know exactly the time frame, but I'm guessing this is like, let's say a week later, and she's like,
okay.
"Hey, want to come over and hang out, or want to come over?" And
What's
then
wrong
so
with
he's
that?
like, what he said or what she said?
I just don't. There's nothing wrong with what she did at all.
Yeah.
But
Right.
what's wrong with a second date? Just like, well, like, okay, well, one, I just putting overtly, are we gonna fuck? But like, there's nothing wrong with the second date not ending in sex. Like, I don't
No, for sure,
really.
100%.
I'm
But
not
I
saying you're
guess he's
saying that.
like,
I'm saying,
yeah.
what's his deal? He's now that I think about this, I'm like, this guy's
That's
kind of weird.
yeah, that's basically the discourse. Because like, well, so okay, the problem is people are dragging it. Like, so a lot of people, not a lot, some people on social media were like, "Oh, this is predatory. This is coercion. This is an ultimatum." Da da da. And it's like, okay, see, that's the problem here because you this guy was like being upfront,
Words
and
mean
as a
things.
yeah, correct. And it's like this guy was being upfront as opposed to a misunderstanding happening,
Yeah.
and then we using other language to describe what could have happened. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that's really important. Also, like people will say, like, I want communication. I want someone to be honest with me. And he was honest and he gave you direct communication, and consent was, involved, and nothing happened. But then people are like bastardizing the interaction. And it's like that's what makes things dating hard. That's what makes all
True.
this trickier because everyone's like, again, we've talked about this before. It's like everyone's like playing poker. It's like, have you ever talked to a girl and she's like, so what are you looking for? And then you're like, well, what are you looking for? And then she's like, well, what are your intentions? And you're like, okay, I'm looking to date. And then she's like, but I want a relationship. And I'm like, well, you got to date to get to the relationship. But they take that as, oh, you want something casual. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
language matters, and people, because of shit like that, people can't uh properly process information.
Yeah, I mean, there's a way you do anything, and I think he, it's kind of a cop to say people want you say you want honesty. Yeah, but like what he did was just rude.
No, he was rude for sure. He was
Right.
rude, and it was
It,
it was it was not gentlemanly
it's
behavior,
like
of
the people
course.
who are like, I say it like it is, or like people don't like honesty, and it's
Right.
like there's a way you do anything.
No, for sure. There's a way to do that. Yeah.
It's also just okay if they're just not a good match, you know.
That's fine too.
It's entirely possible that he just doesn't like her, wasn't into it, and
And
you
that's,
know
you
he
know
didn't want
what?
to invest any actual like if he liked her, I doubt he does that, and
You know
so
what?
he's
You're
at the
right.
point where he's like,
You're
well,
right.
I will fuck, but I don't actually
I
like
don't
I
want
just
to date you.
you know, and
Yeah,
so
yeah,
that's
yeah.
you know, but
That's possible. That's
it,
100% probably what happened.
I don't believe he sent that voice memo expecting positive feedback. I think he just wanted to say I don't want to come over in the rudest way possible.
Okay, you think he was burning the bridge? Okay.
Correct. I don't
Yeah.
believe, again, I don't know him. Maybe he's just like extremely
Socially awkward.
correct and just
Yeah.
doesn't understand how human beings communicate. But his behavior is certainly bizarre.
No, for
But
sure. Yeah.
but also in dating, man, sometimes you just be like that was weird and you move on. Like you know,
Yeah.
like you keep that in the group chat and you laugh about it amongst your friends. But
Yeah.
like I don't know if it's screen recording him and making him a TikTok joke is really the
Yeah.
appropriate go back for
Like
that.
they're trying to like turn into like a Law and Order SVU thing, and it's like I think he just was awkward. Worst case scenario, he's just awkward. Well, best case scenario, he was just awkward. Worst case scenario, he was trying to make her end it with him. I think that might have been what he was doing. Also, there's a better way to ask that question without just. I think you ask the question in a softer way, and then don't give the if this then that at the end.
I think on a second date, you should just pull up and see where the night heads off. You
Yeah,
really
well, for
shouldn't be
that too.
just, you
That's
really shouldn't
yeah,
be.
yeah,
So what are your
yeah.
like, you know, like should I bring condoms or not? Like, no,
No, yeah,
just
yeah. He's like, should I stop making these stops at the gas station?
yeah, you know,
Eye
like
emojis.
how about just be a little chill, man? Show up, see where the night goes. Like, why are you, you
Yeah.
know, why dude, you're a little too as a very literal person and as someone that likes
Yeah.
checklists, it's a little
Same.
much. Like it's a
Yeah,
little
that's
much to
pretty
be like,
crazy.
hey, before I come over, are we having sex? Because I need to know if I need to pick up this. It's like, oh man, I don't know. It's a
He's like,
second date, man.
he's like, do I need to go to Target or no?
Yeah, like it's you know, like everyone needs to just have a little bit more finesse. You know, I believe
Yes, I think finesse is important.
I don't think he's a
Creep.
creep or certainly not
Yeah.
coercion. He just asked, and when she
Right.
said no, he didn't respond. I'm assuming, right? He didn't like berate her or anything, right?
No, no, no. I
Uh,
think it was just like, okay,
all
like
right, fair enough. Have a good
respect your
night.
wishes. Cool. Like, yeah, yeah, man. I think that's not much else you can do in that situation.
Certainly,
It's
not
funny
a
that
tactic I would recommend, but I don't think he did
yeah,
anything untoward beyond just being inelegant. You know, so
correct. Yeah, I think there has to be space and something to be said for people just sometimes saying awkward shit
yeah,
without them being a creep. Like
yeah,
sometimes people just say weird shit. I think I've actually had this conversation with like my women friends before. It's like I don't think a lot of women understand that some men literally don't know how to talk to women.
yeah.
Like that's actually a real thing. Or they just get nervous and maybe they do and they just get nervous 'cause they like that girl, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So um like I've been, you have like your internal monologue and you're talking to a girl and you're like, oh my God, stop saying stupid shit. Like, or like, you know what I'm saying? Like we've all done it. It happens, it doesn't make you the worst person in the world. It doesn't make you Ted Bundy. It's just that I think everyone, especially in the dating world, needs to extend each other a little more grace when it comes to uh misunderstandings and things like that, like I saw this thing and this girl was like, dating today is so hard, I think, because it's become a performance
Yeah.
where like this girl was talking about she on TikTok. She was like, I went on a date with a guy at first date, and we were like texting afterwards, or we had a conversation afterwards, and I was telling him like I didn't feel like he really put in a lot of effort because he wore shorts, and because he I guess they had talked about what they did that day, and they both done a lot of shit that day. And she's like, I went home and showered, and then I came on the date. He's like, oh, I didn't have time to go shower before I came on the something like that, whatever. And she's like, I felt like he didn't put enough time into it, whatever. And everyone was like, okay, you clearly just don't like this dude.
Yeah.
And also, why did you sit through the whole date and go to like a second spot with him that night if you had like, you know what I mean? It's stupid shit like that. Like you went along to get along, I guess maybe I don't know, or you went through the story so you could tell it on social media and go viral to embarrass this guy because that's what a lot of people do now too. It's also become a lot of content, which again is a performance element.
I think people look for like concrete explanations, but sometimes y'all just don't have good chemistry and it didn't work out.
That is
Like
true.
she went on, what happened is she went on that date. It was fine. Halfway through, she wasn't really feeling it, and she gets home and she needs a reason. So she's like, "I hated his shorts," and it's like,
Right.
no, like like the more of these things fail than succeed. Like you're gonna go on
Yes.
15 dates and
And 12 of
two
them are gonna suck.
correct, and those three blossom into whatever they blossom into. But like, it doesn't mean that those 12 someone did something wrong. Sometimes maybe, but like sometimes
Yeah.
y'all just didn't get it wasn't the damn shorts. You just don't like him, and
Yeah. And that's okay. Like people just need to be honest about that. Maybe don't say it like that to the person, obviously, because that's
yeah,
rude. But like I've been on dates with people and it's like it was a nice time and they were cool people, but I just like didn't feel anything
yeah,
my mind wandered and I was like, damn, I would rather be my friends right now type shit.
yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that happens. Like, but it doesn't mean they did anything wrong. It's not uh, a judgment on them. We just weren't compatible and that's okay.
Sometimes it just doesn't work out, man.
Yeah.
Ready for some prompts?
Yeah.
So, generally speaking, do you consider yourself a lyrics guy or a music guy?
Um, I think it depends on the genre. Uh,
So let me do it
I'd
like
say,
this.
okay.
Think of your absolute favorite songs. When
Okay.
you hear or recall them in your mind, what enters your head first? The words, like the literal words,
Yeah.
or the melody, the bass line, the words of the music. Like what
Right.
drew you to it?
Uh, I'd say generally the words or a combination depending on the beat. Like some beats are just so iconic that you think of the beat before you think of the lyrics. But generally I'd say the words. Like Renegade is one of my favorite songs of all time. And the beat is simple, so it's the words that is the draw for the song. You know, the verses and the lyricism. For that one. I think of like Hell of a Life
Yeah.
from Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. Like that, when I think of that song, I think of the guitar line, the guitar riff, the
Burr,
sample.
burr, yeah.
Yeah, from I think it's Iron Man, I want to say, or either or AC/DC. Oh, I think they did Iron Man, but you know, so in that song, it's the music. So it really depends on the song, but generally speaking, I'd probably say the lyricism or the lyrics for me. That's always something that I really enjoy.
It's a poet in you.
Yeah,
So like hell of a life, right? Okay, so this is
yeah,
a good example. So it depends on the song. So like,
yeah.
so if hell of a life was sung in a different language, would you feel any less engaged with it or attached to it?
Okay.
A language you obviously don't
No.
know.
Right, right. Yeah. No, I think I still like the song because the beat is
Okay.
so crazy. Like
But
I think
Renegade would be unrecognizable to you if it was in
no, yeah,
like
that one
German.
I'd be
Okay.
yeah, like I would be able to tell they were sliding, but I wouldn't I'd be like I don't know what the fuck they're saying, you know? Um like for example, like Bad Bunny, he makes his beats are always incredible, and even though I don't know what he's saying in all the songs, I love those songs.
That's how I know I'm a lyrics guy because I can't do Bad Bunny's music at all.
Really?
I'm just like that Super Bowl halftime show. I could appreciate it for what it was, and I clearly know he's jamming,
Yeah.
but I'm just a lyrics guy, man. That's part of why I'm
Okay.
so disconnected from current hip hop. Is just it's much more of it's a post production thing now,
Yeah.
and so yeah, I just I'm a lyrics guy. I mean, obviously, I like beats to a certain extent. I go
Yeah.
out. I understand there's different things, but
Right.
I'm a lyrics guy, man. That's why I like rap and country music because those are like the least instrumental. Like art. Like
That actually
like rock
explains
isn't
that
really
makes a
my
lot of
thing.
sense. That makes sense hearing that from you now because okay that actually pieces a lot of the puzzle together for me. That's interesting because like so for me I mean I'm a poet so I obviously lyricism and writing is I love that but I grew up in band and played instruments growing up and stuff so uh I always also have a huge love and appreciation for production. Like I've long thought about just like buying some little cheap drum machine and just like doing it for fun just to see what I can make from that. You know what I mean? So yeah, I mean, I love my favorite genre. I mean, obviously, is rap music is my favorite genre because the lyricism it combines lyricism and excellent production. But my second favorite genre would probably be R&B. Obviously the musicality, but really the lyricism, along with just the vocal performance, always speaks to me as well.
Jazz fan?
I do listen to some jazz. That's a group playing saxophone. I mean, playing the trombone. So like, I have a the brass has a special place in my heart.
I hate jazz, man. I'll be sitting there like, I don't get this shit. Turn this shit off. There's no lyrics. All these things sound the same. Like
I like
I don't
jazz.
get it.
Some of it is overwhelming for sure. It depends, you know. But I do have some older jazz songs that I like to listen to and stuff like that. Every once in a while, I'll throw some Charlie Parker on a Sunday, just cause, you know. But I get the criticism that people have for jazz.
It's not even a criticism. It's just I don't understand it.
Yeah,
It's just
yeah,
I'm perfectly capable of saying this is excellent and it's not for me.
yeah.
Like
Right, right.
I can listen to Miles Davis and be like, this is technically like the highest level of such and such, and but like I've never
Right.
turned that shit on voluntarily. Like,
Yeah, that's funny. Yeah,
uh,
I'm pretty unique. I'm aware of that. Like I used to before the pandemic, I used to like go to speakeasies like all the time and just chill out there, vibe
see
out with a
Grace.
cigar. Yeah, that was my shit. That was my spot, man. I was so crushed when I found out it closed. I go there, drink some whiskey, maybe get a cigar, whatever. I'd literally just go there and bring people after open mic, and we just hang out there and pretty much take over the place for hours.
That's another a spot that you can add to our list of places that
Oh
used to
man,
exist
yeah.
with. You're getting old when all your hangouts start closing.
Are closed.
um, so one last question, man. If you
Yeah.
remove the music and read a song's lyrics printed on a page, do you still feel a
Mhm.
connection to it?
Mm. Like in this situation, have I never ever heard the beat ever, and I'm just reading it like a
Yeah,
poem,
like if you just
or
read Renegade, the lyrics to
okay,
Renegade, would you? I mean, you know it now, so but like you do you think you
right?
would have a connection to it if
Like
you just read it?
if I just read it, okay, yeah, I would. Yeah, I would. It almost would probably read similar to like A Raisin in the Sun.
Yeah, I agree. I think it would definitely lose something for me.
Yeah.
Because one of my like cognitive memory test type things is like I'll cut the song off and see how many of the lyrics I can recite.
Hmm.
And it's not the same as saying it on the beat. It's totally different.
No,
And
it's
so
not.
it's when people say rapping is just talking, I'm like, well, cut the actual beat on and cut
Yeah,
the track out and try it.
right. And also like who the fuck talks in verses? Like no one people don't talk like that generally
No.
speaking. You know what I'm saying? Like it's people first of all people that's one to me that's just like it's like when sports fans say like they prefer college to the NBA. It's to me it's racially loaded language, honestly. Because you just trying to erase the musicality and the art form that is writing out of rap music, you know? And like you have to be have it be a profound literary person to be able to write raps at a high level. Like you can't be stupid and fucking
I would, well,
well,
so yeah,
I said at a high level. I said at a high level.
I said this on the pod before, but like I've lived long enough to see like the racist tropes about rap music actually come true. Uh
Right. No, yeah, for sure. But
these
I'm talking
dudes
about like
suck. They have no musicianship
they
and
do.
they
But I'm
just
talking
be
about like
talking.
the gods of the game. I'm talking about
Yes,
like
for
the
sure.
gods of the game. You know what I'm
For
saying? Like
sure.
you cannot read if like I think they put a bunch of Jay-Z's lyrics in a museum like a few years
I'm
ago.
sure
I'm
somewhere.
like
It might
yeah.
be his museum or something, but I
Yeah.
believe that's true.
Yeah, like if you read his verses, that reads like poetry. You know what I'm saying? Or well, it is poetry, but you know what I'm saying? Like if you read, uh, you know, Nas, if you read Illmatic, that you could put that in a book of poetry and sell that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, yeah, I love rap, man. I'm always gonna have a special place in my heart for the have it. It's always gonna have a special place in my heart. And it's just it's accessible because like if you were growing up, maybe you didn't have money to get all these poetry books or money to get, the Iliad, the Odyssey, we're gonna talk about later. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. You maybe, but you could afford that $10 album and spend that for the rest of your life, you know?
Yeah, I mean it's obviously, and also like if you haven't actually tried it, it's a lot harder than it looks. But no,
Yes.
I mean it's clearly not just, I mean, and again, that was clearly like racially loaded language. I don't think people who prefer college are using racially loaded language. But I do
Mhm.
think it was the case with rap music. Because also you just don't understand it. It is a little weird. It is a little weird to call something music with no instruments and have to be
Uh-huh.
explained it. But a lot of early rap had a lot of instrumentation. And again,
Right.
we've lived long enough to see that be completely removed from it.
Yeah.
Um, and so, yeah, I mean, it's true. But I am also a lyrics person. And you want to get into some self-care conversation? So you want to talk about some self-care, man?
Yeah. So I was watching a TikTok and this girl was talking about um how people are treated when they don't feel good about themselves and it reflects, and it's like a visceral reaction. And it got me to thinking about like, was there ever a time where you weren't taking care of yourself or you didn't realize you weren't taking care of yourself and someone made pointed that out to you? And then comparing that to like how you feel about yourself now in reference to how people treat you.
Certainly. I think I'm a big believer in, how you feel about yourself reflects in how you treat people, and then people
Mhm.
respond to that. Now, obviously, people are cruel. Like people will
Right.
definitely, some people just aren't, if you're not feeling well, they can sense that and they'll be cruel about it. But I've certainly, it's like when you feel better, you glow and you radiate, and then you treat other people better based off of you feeling better, and then people respond to
Mhm.
that. But it's a little bit of both, like most things in life. What do you think about it?
Um, yeah, like I think so. I agree. I think like I'm pretty good at reading people. And there are times where I've like seen people, and I'm like, I look, just you could just like, I remember. Okay, for example, I was at an open house for a job where they have those big conference interview style things,
Yeah.
and there was this one person who was like, I had not seen them. I could only hear their voice, and they just kept doing a lot of like attention seeking behavior. And I was like, oh, this person is like deeply insecure, you know. And then I saw the person, and I was like. I could just see it in their face, like in their eyes. You could almost see like the mask. You could see beneath the mask. And then it also kind of reflected in the way they kind of carried themselves that they did not necessarily feel good about themselves. And then like it does reflect in how they treat people because you say hurt people. I'd say more broken people hurt people. That I've seen people who I'll put this respectfully, weren't in a good mental space,
Okay.
and then they were kind of dedicated to making sure other people were not in a good mental space.
Oh yeah,
Um,
for sure.
you know,
Um, it's rare you find a mean person who feels good about themselves,
yeah, yeah,
And you know, one I have very little patience for like meanness in general.
yeah. I hate it.
Um,
Yeah.
eh, one of the most like what is it? I don't know the internet language. Is it red pill or black pill that like
Uh, red pill.
okay, one of the most red pilling things was getting it for me when I was out of shape and getting in shape and just noticing how
Mhm.
differently people treat you.
Yeah.
And just how, and it's never like, well, sometimes it is overt, but just the differences in just walking the grocery store and seeing people smile at you, people wave at you, people
Hmm.
you like do don't even interact with, the excuse
Right.
me's, the small talk with the cashier,
Hmm.
like to just see how much that changes. It really, obviously it feels good because you don't, I worked out
Right.
and changed my body because I wanted to feel better about
Yeah.
myself, but it is somewhat depressing to see the
Yeah.
world change based because I'm the same person, what either
Right.
way.
Your value did not change.
Yeah, and I mean, maybe I was treating people better because I felt better, but not that much to where like the strangers don't know that I'm
Right.
treating everybody better.
Yeah.
Um, the dating results, how much they improve. It's yeah, it's a bit it's a bit scary
Yeah.
how you don't realize it until you've been on both sides of the fence, just how differently
Yeah.
people treat you. So I mean, it's a little bit of both. I do think some of the perception is self-inflicted. When people don't feel good about themselves, they treat other people poorly. But
Hmm.
I've been overweight and I've been in shape, and the difference in how strangers treat me who don't know me from Adam is just night and
Yeah.
day. So I mean, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think it's a little bit of both.
Yeah, I agree. I've been there too. Like growing up as a kid, like I was always like played a sports a lot and was outside all the time, so I was always like really skinny and in shape. And then, you go to college and you gain weight, you lose weight, you gain weight, you lose weight, and like, I mean, we have black families, obviously. Like, even your family, they treat you differently
Yeah.
based on how you look. Like, I remember like I was this was back like 2.5, 3 years ago, and I was like probably at my heaviest, maybe. I don't know. I wasn't weighing myself at the time. And then like my grandma passed away, and so I hadn't expected to see my family, obviously, because I don't really see them that often on this side of the family. And then so we're visiting family, we're doing all the funerals and the memorials and all that stuff, whatever. And like the first thing that went through my mind was like, shit, if I had known this, I would have like taken time to get in shape because like that's how
Yeah.
that's how differently the treatment is. And then when I saw them, like people were like making comments or saying people were saying, oh, they said this, when you weren't in the room type shit. Um, it is like, and it kind of speaks to like you mentioned earlier, like the I wouldn't say red pill, but I'll say the resentment
Yeah.
that people get when it's like the Mike Jones thing, back then they didn't want me, now I'm hot, they all want me type shit, where it's like there is something to be said for not wanting someone is fine, but how you treat them just because you don't want them,
Yeah.
that speaks to your character. And I think that's what people I think that's kind of what like body dysmorphia and all that shit comes from because they remember when they were treated like shit, and then now they're supposed to just like be cool with you liking them because they look different. And it's like, well, then what does that say about their former selves, so to speak?
Yeah, I mean, I think it was an Abraham Lincoln quote where he was like, the true character of a man is how he treats someone who offers him nothing, who can do
Hmm.
nothing for them. I think it was Abraham Lincoln, and I'm definitely getting the quote wrong, but the sentiment is there. It's
Yeah.
like, of course you treat people well of course everyone treats
Matter
their
to you.
boss well, and
Right.
but like, how are you treating people who don't have anything to offer you, or like the exchange is uneven
Correct.
on
Yes.
your side? So,
Hmm.
um, I'm a please and thank you guy, and and so I'm really big on that. I get it.
Yeah.
Do you think though that sometimes, like, obviously the cruelty is uncalled for, but do you think some honesty is needed at times? Because
Yeah.
what I found was that, like, the people who saw me frequently,
Hmm.
they were not going to say anything. They see me frequently. It's like when you go and you link with someone you
Right.
hadn't seen in a while, and even if they don't say anything, you can see in their eyes that they're shocked at how different you looked.
Yeah. Yeah.
And like,
Yeah.
I remember, like, some of that was good for me. So do
Hmm.
you think some of that can be constructive, productive, whatever word we're looking for here?
Constructive. Yeah. I think yes, but again, it's on your delivery as
Yeah,
well. Like I mean, like God, it's hard because okay. So people say like people aren't honest with their friends.
yeah,
Sometimes, or some genders are more honest with their friend. People are more honest with their friends than others. Um, I think like, for example, like I'm a bit more honest with my male friends than I am with my women friends,
yeah,
for sure. Just because different levels of intimacy and different levels of you know, talking shitness, if you will. You know what I'm saying? Like there's like when I was gaining weight, like you guys, you and Luis were like, yo, man, like you going to the gym, like come on, man. You even Jay was like, yo, man, you gotta take care of yourself, dog. Like, you know what I'm saying? And and when I was pissed, for sure. Like I was definitely pissed, like, you know what I'm saying? Um, but it was like, but I was like, are they right though?
yeah,
Like, and so like from that standpoint, like I was cool with that. But like I remember like I was at the bar and there was someone that I knew. She was sitting with another girl and she was like, oh, what about him? He's cute, whatever. He's talking about me. And the girl was like, oh, I don't know. She said something about like my body or whatever. And I was like, well, first of all, I had actually met this girl before and we had anyway. But like, you know what I'm saying? It was like, oh, that okay. That was like the final straw. I was like, I was like, oh fuck this. I literally was at the bar drinking. It's like 1:30, whatever. I went home, like drank water, changed clothes, and went to the gym and worked out till like 5 a.m. I was like, oh fuck. I was like, fuck this. Because you're not about to front on me like that. I was like, oh hell
Were
no.
you listening to Eminem's "Lose Yourself in the Moment"? To end on a lighter note, you know who needs to be honest with their friends?
Who?
Internet stand-up comedians. Their friends need to be honest with them. They're not
Which
funny.
which one are we talking
All
about?
of them. if you if you do skits, reels, stand up, unless your name is Drewski,
Yeah.
it it's time to hit Indeed.com. It's not
Yeah, I
going,
feel
you're
you.
not fun. None of this is funny. Like just I know your friends see them clips and be like I know there are people see them clips and be and
Yeah,
tell
and
them
it's
it's
like if you're
not.
doing it for free, that's cool. But if you really try to get a bag off that, buddy, I don't
Man,
know.
they sprout like weeds and none of them are funny. And can we please
Yeah.
retire the Netflix documentary?
Oh,
It's been
I did do that one. I did do that trend. Mine was good though. I feel you.
we we have
Oh,
run it into the ground, dug it up, and killed it again.
we did. You know what's funny? So do you see Amanda Seals did one?
Yeah, for Insecure.
Yeah, and she's been getting cooked.
I thought it was funny. She did it in her character.
No, it was
It,
no, but it was a shot at Issa.
I mean, she did it in character, and
Yeah.
she called Derek out. And I mean, she's entitled to. Everybody ain't got like Issa, you know. Like, what if they got beef? I mean,
Well, the problem is she went on Shannon Sharp's podcast like a year ago and talked cash shit about the cast. So it's like you can't talk shit about everybody and then be like, "Oh, why wasn't I invited to the party?"
well, I'm certain that wasn't the first shot across the bow in their relationship.
That's fair.
And I mean, we don't know these. Like, I don't. My thing is that she's a lot. I mean, I thought it was funny.
Oh yeah, it was funny for sure.
What are the insecure people touring? What are they doing on tour?
I don't know. I have
I
that.
love the show.
I
Why am I
love the
buying a ticket to see
show.
you all on tour?
I love all of them, and I try to support the things that they are making and are in. I don't know what they're. I don't understand it. I don't get it.
Um,
He has a podcast. She has a podcast with the showrunner, Prentice Penny. That's pretty good. But yeah, I don't know what the hell they're gonna do on tour. I don't. I don't get it.
I wish everybody involved the best. Let me
Yeah, me
ask
too.
another prompt, man. Have you ever fallen in love? Have you ever fallen out of love with a team or a sport? What changed?
uh, I'm pretty loyal to my teams. I mean, are some seasons more depressing than others? Of course. Um, I would say from 2017 to 2019, I kind of fell out of love with NBA basketball because Kevin Durant ruined basketball by joining the Warriors.
That's a good one. That's a good one. I still
Yeah,
watch, but it was certainly. I just still don't think the regular season has ever recovered from
yeah, I
that. You
think so
can't
too.
just
I think you're
simulate
right.
3 seasons and expect people to.
Nope,
He single-handedly like killed the regular season.
he really did.
um, my answer is UFC, and I couldn't even tell you why. When I
Yeah.
was in my 20s, we watched every fight. If we didn't order it
Mhm.
at my crib, we would go to this pool hall in Shakopee. It wasn't Shakopee, Minnesota. It was Fridley, Minnesota, called Sneaky Pete's.
Okay.
And we would watch the fights there, rent a pool table, drink, whatever. We
Yeah.
would order the fights, watch the, and just I don't know what happened. One day I just like stopped watching, and I don't like it's
And you
just
never went back?
nah. I have no like Conor McGregor, the biggest star in the UFC, fought the
Yeah.
other like a couple Saturdays ago, and I didn't. I mean, I didn't watch it. I don't care. Like it's fucking free now. It's on Paramount Plus for free, and I don't
Oh,
even
it
watch
is?
it
See,
as
I didn't even know
free.
that. I didn't even know
And it's
that.
just like I don't. I couldn't even tell you what happened, but it's just one day I just stopped
Mhm.
watching it. So I don't know. Maybe I've
Interesting.
just grown out of human cockfighting. So
Yeah. You know what? Okay, now you said bring it. Golf. I used to watch golf a lot, but that was because of Tiger Woods. So once all that shit happened, I pretty much stopped watching consistently. Like I used to like literally like I equated Sundays with Tiger Woods, like growing up. You know what I'm saying?
wow.
Watching like I mean we'd go to church, we come home and we watch Tiger win majors. Like that was like that was my childhood, you know. I would also say tennis too. I'm a big fan of tennis, but I haven't just watched it as often since, the Williams sisters kind of, retired and stuff. Also, I was a big James Blake fan. He retired. Federer retired. It's like all the greats that I watched. Nadal, walk away. And the game's in a great place, but it's just I don't know. It's just not the same. Like I grew up watching like literally Mount Rushmore of tennis, so it's kind of like hard to just. Um, See, I guess I did have fallen out of love with sports. Some sports.
Yeah, man. I never watched tennis outside of Serena and like
Hmm.
if Federer versus Djokovic, I would watch that.
Right.
Um, what's the new she's the new black girl in
Uh,
tennis?
uh, Naomi or Coco or Simone?
Coco, it's Coco.
Coco. Yeah, I love Coco.
Um, Not really a Naomi Osaka person. Does she even, I don't even think she really plays like that. But Coco Golf is I
Yeah,
fuck with
she's back
her.
playing. Yeah, yeah. Coco got that dog in her. She cold
Um,
blooded. I love her.
Never got into golf. But yeah, man, mine is just UFC. I just don't know what happened. I don't know why. The sport is more or less the same, but it just
Thing was Ronda Rousey getting knocked
no.
off.
I mean, Bones Jones falling off kind of hurt, but
Yeah, that was
it just
big.
got to I don't know. It just one it was it's cost for it was I mean it was like $100 a pay-per-view, and
Right.
I got tired of either paying that or getting illegal streams or whatever, but
Hmm.
oh, I just fell out of love with it, man. Writing and autonomy. You want to talk about that?
Yeah, so I was scrolling the interwebs and I saw this guy. He was talking about interview he saw with Chuck Palahniuk. He's the guy who wrote Fight Club. And he's talking about how writing, let me pull it up what I wrote here. Writing basically helps you work through problems and through narrative, basically, and helps shift your perspective and gives you kind of ownership and like accountability skills, which I thought was I'd never heard that before. I thought it was really interesting. And it kind of made me think of like Game of Thrones, how like we talked about like why he can't finish the books,
Yeah.
and you were like he kind of wrote himself into a corner, and it's like, damn, he got himself into a problem he couldn't figure out, and so I think that's kind of cool seeing that parallel in real life.
So, you know what's underrated in storytelling and in writing?
Yeah.
Plot holes. It's fine. We'll live. If George R. R. Martin just if you need to get these people here and you don't have an airtight reason why,
Yeah. Who
fudge it a little.
cares?
We'll be fine.
Who cares?
It's we are pretty forgiving about plot holes. And if you landed the plane
Yeah.
and there's a few things that don't quite add up, it's fine. Like no TV show,
Like
if
I'm
you
not gonna
went,
not.
just use the plot holes if you have them.
I agree. I'm with you on
It's
that.
sometimes I believe writing can be a bit too autonomous, and
Mhm.
I'm a big believer in editors are important, and you can almost feel when a writer gets too big to edit.
Mhm.
There's a who's the big feature writer for ESPN?
Uh,
Let me see.
David Dennis?
Nah.
Oh,
He did Sean
Vince
Payton,
Goodwill?
ESPN article. Who is this guy? All right, so Seth Wickersham, ESPN.
Okay.
He wrote, he got access to Sean Payton and he followed him around he reported on him. I hate when people say journalists follow people around. No, they're reporting.
Yeah.
For like the last three rounds in the playoffs. And he releases this huge, like 6,000 word piece a couple weeks ago. And I read the piece, and Seth is so esteemed that like he's too big to edit. But like
Hmm.
on like the 4,000th word of the piece, he's going through the play-by-play of what happened in the AFC Championship game. Like on first down, this happened. On second, I'm like, who is 4,000 words into this piece who didn't watch the AFC Championship game?
Yeah.
Like that's where an editor's like, dude,
It's
you
not
should,
for casuals.
yeah, like no one is reading this 4,000 word piece. We know what Sean Payton had for dinner, where he, his favorite what Coca-Cola he has. No one's this far deep in this piece who
Yeah.
didn't already watch the game. And so I think editors are important.
Right.
I think writers can sometimes have a blind side about the importance of editing. They think everything they write needs to be published, and that's not necessarily true.
Yeah, that's the hardest part of the writing process. Yeah, I think it's important because you got to learn how to trim the fat. Um like when I go over pieces, I'll be like, okay, do I need this line here?
Yeah.
Like, is this a part of the storytelling? Is this line too similar to this line? If so, I can cut one of these lines or combine the two, or stuff like that. Like I try to make my shit as like potent and as efficient as possible. Like some people like make long poems on purpose, I feel like almost. And like at a certain point, I just feel like I'm droning.
Yeah, it's self-indulgent, right? It is just like you don't want to
Yeah,
cut anything. I've said it. We review movies. The vast majority of movies that are over 2 hours and 15 minutes don't need to be. Like
correct.
you can cut that. Like
Yep.
I would have a hard out if I was a studio. Like if you want a movie longer than 2 hours, I need you to explain me why it needs to be longer than two
Yeah.
hours. And it can't just be because I don't want to cut anything. Like what is the
Right.
narrative purpose for this to be longer than 2 hours?
Correct.
Um, no, that's all I had on it, man. You got anything else?
Um, nope, that was all I had for that.
All right. Well, thank you guys for listening. My name is Darius. That's D's I Love the Area on all socials.
And I'm Jordan. That's Jordy be writing on all socials.
Be back next week. We'll let you guys know what's on our mind at the time. So thank you.
Take it easy, guys.